Well, this is one of the most fun stories I've ever covered. This disclaimer, not a super important subject, but really, really entertaining and funny. So you might know that Lara Trump, daughter-in-law of Donald Trump, she is obviously the co-chair of the Republican National Committee, but she's also pursuing a music career of sorts and released some time ago a cover of Tom Petty's I Won't Back Down. Well, now she's released an original titled Anything Is Possible. And as a side note, important to this story, know that it seems under Lara Trump's leadership, the Republican National Committee is a disaster, and hopefully that will contribute to her father-in-law being defeated in November. But the Democratic National Committee dropped their own song in response to Lara Trump dropping a song, and that's what I have for you. I don't know if I can play Lara Trump songs, they may be copyrighted, but I can play the Democratic National Committee song that they directed at Lara Trump. Now, before I play this is a bop, by the way. This is really good, actually, and we're gonna have a good time listening to this. Politics is aggravating, sometimes we gotta have fun. That's what we're gonna do right here. But I will say, some people take this news that Lara Trump is dropping another song as an opportunity to mock her singing. I don't find that to be relevant in this conversation. She's horrible because she's trying to get her father-in-law elected. That's the issue with her, not her singing abilities. And I think her singing is fine. But again, we oppose her because of what she's trying to do to the country. And the Democratic National Committee mocked her and the Republican Party in perfect fashion, dropping their own song in response to Lara Trump's. Here it is.
What's going on? You're running the RNC, but it's a sad song. Fundraising's low, can't meet the mark. Republicans losing, it's getting dark. Oh, Lara, Lara, what have you done? The party's falling down, it's no longer fun. Oh, Lara, Lara, can't you see? The leadership's sinking on your peak. Empty pockets, no money in sight. Candidates.
I'm going to super quickly pause your viewing of this video to ask you to click the like button and subscribe to the channel, so important in growing the show. Here's the rest.
Struggling, it's a losing fight. Lara Trump, you do okay. The Republican Party.
Here, I'll do the Trump dance for you while we listen.
See better days.
Okay, hilarious. Credit to the Democratic National Committee. Now, I have something else to play for you in just a second. But I do have to say, one of my issues with the Democratic Party of the past was it didn't feel like they would get out there, do things that could go viral, message properly, brand properly. And I think this current Democratic Party, and this is just one tiny example of it, is getting better at that, because obviously they're better on the policy, but you got to do the politics too. And things like this are fun. It gets people talking about this subject. And then hopefully they'll learn about Lara Trump, what she's doing at the RNC, and why we should oppose her and her father-in-law. Now, the Biden-Harris HQ account on X release, this is unrelated to the song, but also some hilarious mocking, a edit of Trump's video selling his Bible. He's now selling a Bible, and it's another way for him to try to raise money to pay off all of his humongous fines. And here they put in some important context into this video that Trump released.
All Americans need a Bible in their home, and I have many. It's my favorite book.
The forceful removal of peaceful protesters to clear the way for the president to hold a photo op at St. John's Church.
2 Corinthians, right? 2 Corinthians 3:17. That's the whole ball game.
At a verse that you like.
I don't want to do that.
You're an Old Testament guy or a New Testament guy?
Probably equal.
And when you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab them by the
We love God, and we have to protect anything that is pro-God. All Americans need.
Well done there by the Biden-Harris HQ account. When I covered that originally, I said this, but I'll go through it again. It's just one of the strangest things in American politics. The fact that you have all of these evangelicals and Christian conservatives just pretending like Trump is someone that he's not. And I share this upcoming anecdote with you so often because it really sticks with me. But there's one particular woman I think of when I say this. I was at a Trump rally and I asked a woman, lots of people say this, but there's one that sticks with me. Why do you support Trump? And she said, maybe grab my arm, I can't remember, but it felt just really genuine. He's a man of God. He is a man of God, and he's a man of faith like I haven't seen before. What? What? Donald Trump? Donald J. Trump? This guy? We're talking about the same guy. And the context that was added to this video from the Biden-Harris HQ account points to what we're talking about here. And while it's funny that he can't pronounce words that are, books in the Bible, and he can't cite a single verse from scripture that he finds compelling, and his answer to Old Testament or New Testament is both, just the whole thing's great, and it's almost as good as The Art of the Deal, or The Art of the Deal is my second favorite book. And all that's funny. The thing that's the most upsetting, though, is not that. It's that they pretend like he is this Christian, moral man who abides by the principles they've been saying they care about in their leaders. And that moral high ground gives them the justification to judge and to insult other people who don't abide by those purported principles. And then you have Trump come along, who was found liable for rape in a civil trial, and who has bragged about sexual assault, and all the other things we don't have to go through the list when it comes to Trump's character flaws. And they just are fine with that. They ignore it completely. And then the devout Catholic, Joe Biden, is the Antichrist to some of them. It's all very confusing. It really is. And to me, I would rather them, as I've said before, say, we know Trump to be a really low character person, and he doesn't abide by the principles we say we care about when it comes to his personal character. But we think the outcome of his presidency would be better for our interests. And I'd still disagree with the conclusion they've gotten to, but at least they'd be transparent and they'd acknowledge that we're all seeing the same guy. And they're not seeing some other mythical Donald Trump existing in this world. But no, it's not just that you think he'd be good for your end goals, but he's also personally just this really Bible dedicated, faithful, moral man. And it's amazing. All very strange. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel.